other people. Whether you go into volunteer, you volunteer for kids, you volunteer for older adults, like elderly. Like, do things to help other people that are less fortunate than you, so that you see them and that you can really appreciate life, because you see the life around you that appreciates you. Sometimes we want to be appreciated, and some people don't appreciate us. They say that they appreciate what we do for them and that they appreciate the help, but then they start to think things inside their mind that we're doing it for a reason because everybody else is doing it for a reason. Everybody in their past has done something to try to want something. If it's a woman, sometimes the guy wants something, so he'll do something, whether he wants her love or he wants to do things with her, romantically. And it's just like that somebody has a want. It's almost like an even exchange, but we don't have to live that type of life where we expect even exchanges. Like, if I do something for you, then you do it for me. It's good to just do things out of the kindness of your heart, that you care about the person, and that you want to do things because you care about people and you spend time and you're not looking for anything. And if you do that, you do things for people that are underprivileged, people that are struggling, and you're there for them because you want to do it for them, because you can, because you have God-given talents or gifts that allow you to do that because you're good at doing that. Everybody has something that they're good at doing, and that this is what you're good at doing. So you can be there for other people. It's just that if you keep your mind busy and you start to see the world around you, then there's a greater chance that you could start to heal. That you could heal and you could get better. Is limit yourself on mementos. Like, don't look at images. Don't lay down and think about that person every single minute of every single day. And don't look at videos, or don't look at their social media. Don't go visit their job. Don't go be spying on what they're doing. Get your mind off of that person, because you need to heal. It's almost like going back and then going into the fire again, or going into the conflict again, knowing that it's going to create these really emotional moments, and that you are not going to be able to recover because you keep returning back to the scene of the source of the problem that you got to heal. Keep a journal. You keep a journal of your events and everyday events, and just keep a journal about yourself, because it's going to be your personal growth journal, that you can know that if you're making progress, and that you will have this to reflect back on, so you'll know that you're making progress. We want to know if we make progress, and the best way is to look back on how we're thinking at these particular moments in our life. Just like as me as a writer, I would know based on my writing samples of how I was writing at certain times. When I'm writing and I'm in motion and I'm writing, then sometimes I'm hard on myself and I'm not giving myself credit for all the writing I've done in my life and the success that I could have with it, because I have done writing for other people. But when it comes down to professional, like Hollywood or writing books, that I haven't really respected myself in a way that I've finished projects to option, to make progress and to move forward. But sometimes people that we meet along the way will remind us of our dream, and we will take action, because we'll know that we want this dream, and it's something that we could do to make a difference in this world. If you do it for the right reasons, and not trying to get a value or trying to get attention, that you could achieve so much more in life. And meeting new people, not falling too hard, say you meet new people, but kind of give relationships some time, allow yourself to heal, give yourself time to heal. And going out to nature, traveling, seeing new places that you wanted to see and that you put on your bucket list, you could go to those places now. You could go to those places and just really, take pictures of all these new places and stuff, and then so you could reflect back to all the places you've been and all the moments you captured. Because being alone is there's nothing wrong with being alone. That people are not going to look at you and say like, oh, you're single, or talk bad about you behind your back. You know that people are secretly thinking about their situations. They may gossip about you, but you know what? If we are confident, we value ourselves, we respect ourselves, and love ourselves, then we're not going to worry about what people say about us. What they say does not have any value to us if it's negative. Like, don't think about like they don't like what we're wearing, or our shoes, or like the way you style your hair. If that you have a mustache, or the way your eyebrows are done, or a dress you're wearing. It's like if you want to wear it, be happy. Just like you're going to be happy in your skin, being a human being, and I'm happy with who I am. Even if I'm not like all these things, I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. We're all flawed. And people say like embrace yourself and embrace who you are, your curves, like, or if you're a guy, like the muscles you have, or if you're just skinny, or those things could change. We could get better. We may not look like certain people. We're not gonna like, so for a guy, not gonna look like Brad Pitt. You're not gonna look like the Captain America guy, Chris Evans, or Paul Walker, the Fast and the Furious guy. We may not look like those people, but it's okay, because we're not them and they're not us. Like, everyone is unique, and that once you realize that, you have a lot to offer. Because there's sometimes some things you growing up, because people give you a hard time and they judge you. They may judge your height. You might be not tall enough, and women might give set unfair standards by saying, well, I'm not going to date a guy unless he's like 6 foot or 6'3". I prefer tall guys, and they could be short themselves. They could be like under 5 feet. They're like making guys that are 5'7", 5'8", 5'9" seem very short. Like, you're short. Like, they'll just say it straight out. So that could stick with people, because when they're not having any luck in the dating scene, or maybe they get into a long-term relationship finally, and they share their life together with that person, that things could happen along the way where that person knows that they have insecurities and some weaknesses, and they attack them. They might say, you're short. I wish you were taller. I wish you had this, or I wish you had that. I wish I had more money. I wish you had a better job. Because the thing is that they want to be with somebody that can tell other people, like, oh, look at like the guy I'm with, or the girl I'm with. But with guys, they want to be with these really pretty girls, because they feel that it could have validation that, oh, he has something, and like, oh man, he must have it going on because he has that hot girl and stuff. And it doesn't matter if the girl is like successful, or if even if she's intelligent or not intelligent. It's just about her looks. And then the girl might fall into a trap of like always recognizing their value as their looks, even though that they may not believe it themselves, that they always recognize their value as like, that's my main value is my looks. Like, I'm pretty. That's it. Like, they don't have anything else, but they do. But they don't recognize anything else, because all the guys and all the people say, you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're pretty, you're beautiful. It's just in the comments. It could be every compliment you get. And that's all you think about, is that you're pretty, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, and there's nothing else. Even though that you could have 150, 200, 300,000 values of things that you could do that make you a great human being, but you don't see it. So those are the things that happen because we allow people to dictate our value, to determine like who we are. Like, I can make these videos and I could have a page, I can upload pictures on my channel, and I don't really get many views, and I don't get a lot of comments, and then if I allow me not growing to influence my moods, they I don't have many likes, I don't have any thumbs up, I don't have a lot of views. But I'll keep making the videos because I'm confident what I'm doing, and I'm proud of myself. When I watch the videos, I'm like, that was a good video. I like what I said. And people, if nobody receives it, then eventually they will. And if they don't, then they're missing out. And that's how you have to think. You have to be confident in yourself, because one day something could happen and it could change everything. It could make things better, way better. So what I believe, lastly, is in order to heal from a past relationship, if you can't be friends because there's still conflict and you're still arguing about things, and you can't person, or you can't see that person again. To limit contact with them until you get able to handle being around them again. Because if you're around them, whether you're looking at images, whether you're hanging out with them, then you're gonna get sad because you have a fresh breakup, and even if it's a year or 2 years later, you might want them. You might see them with friends.